Okay. All right. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 7. It is called An Olive Branch with Thorns. Ooh. It almost sounds like a Game of Thrones book title. This is amazing. Premiering Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. This is the description that the cable company gives us. Mary's son's relationship status is revealed. Oh, yes, it is. Meredith retreats from the group. I'm going to retreat from the group. I don't feel comfortable because of the rumors and the Meredith retreats from the group. What are we coming to? Oh my goodness. Already I'm fully locked in on this description. Heather confronts Lisa about Jack's mission because, yeah, why wouldn't an older lady confront somebody about their younger son that's not their blood? Angie reveals she's Greek. Angie tries to get clarification about the rumors, but things go awry when Monica's mom intervenes at Angie's Easter party. This Monica's mom, I'm telling you, man, back off. Like, back off. As Meredith would go, fuck off. Can we let's play the Meredith thing one more time, just for me.
If I were to go for the jugular and talk about the rumors, the nastiness about her, well, I can do that. You know what? You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. Yo. With me. Okay, tell her that.
I'm Meredith Marks, Elephant Man. Oh, you want to go there with husband? We go there with husband. Meredith is lightly used in this episode, which is great because she's been heavily used, and I think it's good for her to rest her voice, work with her dialect coach, all of that jazz. But I want to point out once again that clip. You want to talk about husband? Guys, everybody keeps saying, including her, that she would never spread these rumors about the husband. But here we have this clip of Meredith shit-canned in Palm Springs saying, you want to talk about husband? What does she mean? I mean, what? What is she referring to? That potentially this man isn't Greek? He isn't. She is. But what is the rumor? You know what I'm saying? What is the rumor that she's referring to? And Meredith says, oh, there is more. In fact, even Monica on Watch What Happens Live this week said she's not at liberty to say, but how many more rumors can there be? How many more rumors can there be? I mean, is this guy out there killing hobos? What is going on? What are the rumors that you're referring to, Meredith? I love Meredith. I think she's amazing. I think she is like God level at this point. I think she's magnetic this season. But I do think, I'm gently saying this, that I think Meredith has an agenda and she has a game plan. And we then just drop these things. I said this last week. We just all of a sudden dropped Lisa Barlow giving BJs and handies for jazz tickets. They're buddies again, but what happened? Where did we land on this? I feel like I always miss something. Did I miss an interim episode? I mean, I feel like the premiere, there should always be what happened over the summer before we started recording the new season? It makes zero sense to me, but a lot of Salt Lake doesn't make sense to me. And that would normally annoy me on most any other housewife show. But for Salt Lake, it feels like being in a constant state of confusion is Salt Lake's sweet spot. It's that thing that they do better than any other franchise. And the fact that they're leaning into it, the fact that this is the Wizard of Oz on acid, that we are going down the rabbit hole with these ladies every week, really makes me love this show so much. I mean, I just truly love this show, even though I can't trace a clear point A to point B line on what is going on at any time. And like I said, normally that I think would annoy us, but this show is just doing it, man. And I think also because this show was an underdog, especially after Jen Shaw left, I did not have high hopes for this next season. And it just goes to show how wrong we can be as an audience, is that we always just have to wait and see, right? And that's the most boring stance to take on anything. Oh, we'll wait and see, right? It's like the worst thing. Oh, we'll wait and see. Because I am hyper. My mind always wants all the information now. I want it now. And this makes you wait for it, but it's paying off.
And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we start off. That's the cable description. I'm fully in. That's a beautiful description. Thank you to Comcast or whoever wrote that. Way to go. We, of course, open it up with scenes from the season so far. And I want to remind everybody, we ended last week's episode where Monica, with her mom, was at, her granny's, like, red 47, ace of spades. They were playing like Jenga or whatever game in the background as Monica was revealing that her mom thought she hung up on Monica and instead started saying, I fucking hate my kids. How dare her? I hate this girl. Her mom, presents a certain way on camera, but we have to accept that obviously she has put Monica through a lot of horrible things. And I think that's potentially, you can see how that's affected Monica. You can see how she attacks life. And you can see, why potentially she is the way she is. Now, the mom, like I said, is presenting as a hero. Like all these ladies, the other ladies, the housewives seem to love her, but she directly goes against her daughter. And I mean, that's very Jersey. You don't go against the family, but we see it happen. And I don't think that should be celebrated. I don't think somebody, because they want to be loved by these other women and this certain affluent lifestyle, and in a sense, trying to win us over the audience. No, man, that's when I go true blue with the housewives. I'm going to stand with Monica on this one. Even though I don't, and we'll get into Monica's tweets because Monica is tweeting up a storm, but her mom started tweeting too. I'm like, dude, if my mom, rest in peace, if she used to get on Twitter and been like, you know what? Ryan's episode today was horrible. I disagree with his statements on John Hamm's huge hog. I don't think he has a huge hog. I wish Ryan would stop talking about it. I would be like, Mom, why are you going against me in the show? It's weird. You need to support me or just stay out of it completely. Okay, so the episode opens at Angie K's house. She's getting ready for her Greek Easter party. Guys, this is so crazy. I did a Google search because I was like, what is this Greek Easter? And it turns out Angie K is Greek. And it's the first time we're hearing about this. And I just thought, how exciting. We're learning about Greek Easter, which is just a couple weeks from actual Easter, but it's Greek Easter. And Angie K is the president of Greek Things in Utah, I'm assuming. And the doorbell rings at Angie K's prepping for the Greek Easter party. And Angie K goes, oh my goodness, this is going to be amazing. Hop on in. This could not have turned out any cuter. Thank you for coming. And we see that a person is dressed in a full Easter bunny costume. Here comes little bunny Fufu hopping through the Greek forest. And, I'm always for an Easter bunny in a costume. I love costumes. I love it. It does add to that feeling like you're on acid while you watch Salt Lake City vibe that I get. I was like, oh, there's the Easter bunny for Greek Easter. Of course. Later we found out, this is a fun fact, that is Jen Shaw in the Easter bunny costume. That's a little known fact. She escaped from prison and she's just coming around. She's like, you can tell it's Jen because the Easter bunny, if you look closely, has a little shank in the Easter bunny's hand. It's like, just like, come at me. Yeah, I'm the Easter bunny. Angie K goes, well, you are going to surprise some ladies today. Angie K in a confessional goes, Greek Easter is celebrating Christ's resurrection. Oh, so it's like Easter. Oh, like Easter? It's bringing family together with food and traditions. I'm going to send invitations out and invite all the ladies. So she's going to use the bunny to send out the invites. Now, this is amazing. Remember in Potomac when it was it Karen that had the party that sent out the Shakespearean of like, "Thou'st presence is requested at Karen and Ray Huga's." I love a tacky thing to get out invites. I love this kind of shit. So now we see a montage of the Easter Bunny just delivering invitations to all the ladies. Whitney's walking down a street. She's like, I'm walking down a street. And the bunny finds her and she starts laughing. She's like, ha, ha, ha. What is this? What is the bunny giving me? And then we have the bunny hopping over Mary's car, and it's a perfect camera shot. This will be studied in film school one day. Mary's car window rolls down as we see the reflection of the Easter bunny approaching Mary, and Mary just gives a look of like, okay, I get it. Enough of your Greek Easter Bunny games. Like she looked so defeated. She's like, oh, I decided to come on again, I guess. Okay, give me the invite. Also, then the bunny we see gives Lisa Barlow hers while Lisa's filming a confessional. She's like, here's the deal with Whitney. Oh my God, I love this. A Greek Easter bunny. Yeah. And then Monica's daughter opens the door for the bunny, and Monica's like, who's letting strange bunnies into this house? And then finally we get Heather Gay, who comes into her car, and the bunny is just sitting in the back seat, and Heather, I guess, doesn't clock this, and she screams and throws her phone and is like, holy shit! Guys, do we I've said, I don't know why it's bugged me so much, but do we really think that Heather Gay didn't see a 6-foot bunny rabbit in the back of her car? Do we really think Heather is that unawares where there's somebody filming, she knows she's being filmed, she hops into her car and then is actually surprised at a 6-foot? I mean, come on. Like, there's just no way. I mean, even though it's a very real reaction, I don't know. I hate to get conspiratorial. I really do. But sometimes these shows push you to that. But I'm like, wait a second. There's no way that Heather Gay didn't see this. And it's just, I've thought about it nonstop because it's a very real reaction. Also, this is what I'm talking about when he's like, the mean streets of Utah, of Salt Lake City. Like, if this, like, you pull this shit, I seriously, pull this shit in Potomac, this bunny would be like, you'd like neck broken and be like, ah, are you kidding me? This bunny's just able to enter cars? This bunny, like, Whitney's like, it's cool. A bunny approached me on the street, the mean streets of Utah. The bunny drops on the invites and it's like, Angie K's husband, I'm going to spread rumors about. I don't know why I give the bunny a southern accent there. Anyways, we go to a restaurant with Whitney and Justin. We have the waiter coming up. I wonder if waiters get excited of like, I had a little scene in a Housewives show today at work. So it was very different for a Tuesday. Justin's like, Justin literally goes, she's like, do you guys want some drinks? And Justin's like, I like tequila. And the lady goes, I like it too. She goes, I like it too. I like rubbing alcohol. I like it too. No. So Justin orders a tequila cocktail and Whitney gets I'll take a glass of Cabernet. And they both order the filet and Justin's like, cheers. And Whitney's like, cheers to the first date of the year. And Justin's like, that's sad. That's fucked up, Justin. How's your new gig going? And he's like, feels good to be, back for sure. It's just crazy to be in a full-time work routine again. It's like getting quite overwhelming to try to balance it all. Don't you think? Or is it just me? And when he's like, you're feeling overwhelmed? And he's like, yeah, a bit. And she's like, well, I feel like I'm sinking. I feel like I'm the Titanic. I'm so down on my luck right now. In the mornings, you coming down and sitting on the couch and you're turning on the TV and getting on Instagram drives me fucking nuts. So we're already like in it at this meal. We're like, oh shit. And Justin's like, I'm not getting on Instagram. I'm getting on Twitter. I'm not getting on the old IG. Whitney in a confessional she's wearing like a chainmail, like a Knights of the Round Table dress. I mean, Whitney, beautiful woman, but just very chainmail-y. And Whitney's like, just yesterday in the kitchen, I'm frantically cooking breakfast for the children. I have bacon on the stove. Bobby and Brooks are screaming at each other and they want me to referee, but I'm trying to cook the breakfast and make the lunches. And meanwhile, Rocky pees on my couch. So I have kids in a fight. I'm trying to get Rocky. I forget that the bacon's on and the fire alarm goes off. And I look over and Justin's on his phone. God forbid you just get up and flip the bacon for me. Now, two things. My mom worked, she brought home the bacon, fried it up in a pan, but she wouldn't fix, like, we were a cereal, my sister and I, we ate cereal. We ate, and we didn't even get the good cereal. We got generic brand cereal, and that's when cereal came in the boxes. We're in Kansas. It was literally black and white. They were like, no, you're eating generic cereal. They didn't even try back then. It wasn't even like, instead of Golden Grams, it would be like, Silver Squares. This would just literally be like generic. You're eating generic Cheerios. Like they would say this, you should be sad while eating this. But that's what our breakfast was every day. And we, now I'm like, when I was a kid, we used to eat generic cereal, but I didn't know any different. Like, and I was not sad about it. I never thought about it. I knew my parents were busy, and I just find like maybe don't cook the bacon. Like that's amazing. But if you're so stressed out, like chill on the bacon. Like there's so many different options for a quick breakfast. And also the other thing are, men are stupid, right? Maybe tell Justin the bacon needs to be flipped. It's annoying. I get it. But I will tell you, through my life, I have never been the kind to actually see what needs done. I need to be told again and again. I know that's annoying. I know it is. But once, like if you're like, take that trash out, then I'm like, oh, God, I got to take the trash out. But I'm never going to be like, does that trash need taken out? It's just not even in my fucking head. So Whitney's like, clearly, Justin, our communication isn't what we thought it was. He's like, yeah, like the other morning when I was clearly having a hard time, you ignored me, like you avoided me and said, and Justin's like, rather than validate the fact that yeah, I needed validation. I wanted you to be just like, are you okay? Do you want to talk? And Justin's like, well, I'm willing to talk about things, but it's like really hard for me to bring them up. But I don't always want to be the one to bring it up, is what I'm saying. And Justin's like, just like I don't always want to be the one bringing up the old sex, the old in and out, the old hippity-dippity, Whitney. And Whitney rolls her eyes. And Whitney's like, it's not about sex. And he's like, not for you, but it obviously is for me. I want to do butt stuff. And Whitney's like, women have to connect to open up to have sex. So if you are missing on that, that doesn't work anymore. Right now, I'm not in a good space. I'm kind of creeping back into this sad, lonely. And Justin's like, well, I don't want you to be there. I know it was a stupid fight. I got mad at you for not wearing your ring, so I took mine off. But it's just triggering that like you went back to work and like now I'm just at home with kids trying to figure this all out. And to see your wedding ring in the drawer every day, that hurts me, which is sad. Yeah. I mean, that is fucking fucked. Like, wear your wedding ring. That is like weird, man. Like, that is truly weird. I would completely hate that. And also, I remember when I wore a wedding ring, it felt good. Like, I liked having a ring on. In fact, like, when when I got divorced, it was like that phantom, you're like, phantom limb. You're like, it feels weird without the ring. Like, come on, wear the ring, man, especially if you want butt sex. I mean, like, do the little things. You know how easy it is to wear a ring? Johnny Depp wears like 30 of them, like just even on like a Tuesday. Like, you wear the rings. Lenny Kravitz, he's like literally begging to wear rings all the time. The guy has 60 pieces of accoutrement on, and Justin can't wear a stupid ring, especially when he's not having sex. Put the ring, and also double it up. Do the cock ring. Do the dick ring. Put it, rings everywhere, brother. But I don't like that Whitney's sad about anything. And I know Whitney gets such a hard time. And she gets such a hard time from the fandom. And I sometimes don't get it because I feel like she does open up. I don't feel like this relationship is in any real jeopardy. But relationships do go through these phases. Relationships where it's like two people having to emotionally connect and changing year to year about, like people don't stay the same. And that's hard. That's why relationships sometimes are lacking. That's why we do have the divorce rate we do. That's why we do break up. The amount that we break up with people is because we change so much. And sometimes you don't change at the same pace as others. But I'm not worried about this couple. I really am not. We'll watch they're broken up by BravoCon. Whitney in a confessional was like, when Justin and I are not solid, everything else in my life suffers. Since he's been back to work, I have a shorter fuse. I am more angry. I have lack of focus. I can't sleep. I just feel like I can't function. I don't know what to do to fix that core connection. Have you tried alcohol? No. Justin's like, wait, well, I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel that way. Growing pains hurt, Justin, and I just feel like I go through it alone. Well, don't. But I do. That's the end of that scene. There's no, but I do. Okay, next scene. The choir. We go to a candle making shop. Of course, the mean streets of Salt Lake City. You gotta go to a candle making shop with Angie K and Lisa. The ladies greet each other and hug. Angie K's like, I've always wanted to do this. And Angie K doesn't even mean candles. She just means a storyline. She's like, I've always wanted to film a scene. And it's becoming more and more my reality. And I don't even have to do anything or pay for anything of Jen Shaw's. This is amazing. Lisa's like, I guess some people like pouring hot wax on themselves. And Angie K goes, no, us, what? And Lisa's like, it's a fetish, but not mine. What a way to start that scene. Because then I just kept there thinking like, wait, what is Lisa's fetishes? Like, it's not candles, but what I do like is when John gives me titty twisters. I love it. It gets me so hot. The ladies start making candles and they're smelling various candles. And Angie's like, bacon. Oh, this one smells like old books. This smells like rejection. And Lisa's like, I want to do linen and tulip for my candle. Tin roof rusted. And Angie K's like, well, I'm going to do, okay, is there a Greek one? No, okay. Frankincense, myrrh, clove, and despair. And Lisa's like, Henry got his hair cut today. And Angie K goes, to get ready for tomorrow? Yeah, for Easter. Don't you mean Greek Easter, Lisa? Now, a random teenage girl pops in that's working at the candle shop. This is completely bizarre. This is what I'm talking about. Completely bizarre scenes. The girl's like, are you Jack Barlow's mom? And Lisa's like, yeah! Exclamation point. And the girl's like, I'm really close friends with Jack. I'm really close friends with Jack. And Lisa's like, oh my gosh, I love that. Do you want Vita tequila? I'm 15. No, she's like, I love that. Did you know Jack's going on a mission? Like immediately goes to this line. And that's why I think this is obviously a setup scene. And the girl's like, yeah. And Lisa goes, did you know before me? And the girl goes, I did know before you. And Lisa goes, you did? Are you kidding me? And the girl's like, yeah, I did. Lisa in a confessional goes, you know you're out of the loop when the girl at the candle shop knows your son's going on a mission before you do. Let's face it, I'm not winning any Mother of the Year awards here. And you kind of feel bad for Lisa, but also I just the freedom of information in that scene of this girl randomly coming up while cameras like, are you Jack's mom? Obviously it's Lisa Barlow. There's a camera on her, but also if the scene was real, you wouldn't be like, I knew before your mom. And also, it's like, yeah, I do. Also, Jack Barlow's social security number is 513-325555. Like, how much information is Jack Barlow giving out? And then also it makes me scared because, like, how long has this been in the works that Lisa has not even been aware at all? Has Jack been planning this for years? Like, is this like the escape from Barlow? I truly am like, fudge college, mom. And then he's like at night, just like planning like a prison break, you know? He's just like, get busy living or get busy dying. Andy Dufresne crawled through 1 mile of shit to get out of Shawshank that night. Like Jack Barlow crawled through a bunch of Taco Bell refried beans and a boatload of Diet Coke to get to his mission. Like imagine the mission. Like this kid is making money hand over fist as being a part of the Empire of the Fresh Wolf men's wear collection. It's truly insane. It's insane to me, but I feel kind of bad for Lisa at the same time. The girl goes, anyways, hope you have a great experience, Lisa. And Lisa's like, thank you. You're so cute. Nice to meet you. Has my son ever gotten to third base with you over the clothes? The girl walks away. They start making their candles. And Lisa goes, the invite with the bunny was so cute and not scary at all. And Angie K goes, I'm Greek. No, she goes, I invited Whitney and her family. I invited Heather. I invited Mary. I invited Monica. And Lisa makes a face like, ugh. You know, I invited her because I want to be inclusive, especially after what I dealt with in Palm Springs. I don't want to leave anyone out. And honestly, I'd even planned on inviting Meredith. And after the fact that she's spreading rumors about my family, it's like, yeah, you're not coming. I like she gives a speech about inclusion, but at the end goes, but I'm not going to do Meredith. So it's not, it's not inclusion. And also, we're talking, this is so funny because Angie K is the one that kind of, just wasn't invited to the Trixie Motel and showed up. Just showed up. And I will give Meredith credit is that she is a co-chair at the GLAAD Awards, as she said now a billion times. So it's not like she shows up to Greek Easter with a shirt that, she, like, I'm not great. Greek people suck. Like she didn't do that. She went and lived her own life. Anyways, Lisa's like, I'm trying to move forward with Meredith, but I hate what she did. I think it's wrong. We have to have boundaries and it's not okay. And Angie K's like, exactly. And Lisa's like, this thing that's interesting though is Meredith alluded to the fact that she knew something. And I think with Monica taking it to the next level, one's not worse than the other. They're just as bad. And you know what bothers me is like Monica was saying, you guys have bragged about hooking up with Sean like it was no big deal. And she made it seem like she knew the source, which I'm like, now you're doubling down on this. We get a flashback to Lisa's party at the après-ski party, and Monica goes, he has like boyfriends running around the city bragging about their sex. Also, you know, obviously a rumor, but that's what you want. I mean, if this all happens, you do want people brag. Like, you want people being like, that guy threw down. Lisa's like, we have so many mutual friends. Nobody has ever once said that. So I'm like, why are you lying? You're flat out lying about your friend's husband. Angie, honestly, like when you said you were inviting her, like I'm shocked a little bit because that would not be someone I would be like, come learn about the Savior's resurrection with me. Lisa's like, I would not share your Greek traditions. And Angie K in a confessional goes, Monica and I were duped by a very dear friend. We were both hurt by Jen. That's what the two of us connected on, talking about Jen Shaw. But I'm not sure our history is enough to sustain what happened in Palm Springs. And now I'm questioning her involvement in the rumor about my marriage. I consider Monica a friend, but I feel like I'm really starting to see that if she really was my friend, she would have handled things a lot differently. And Lisa goes, what she did to you was mean. She is not your friend. Now, you guys, buckle up because you're about to get knocked off your coal mining asses because we have a scene at Mary's house and she is talking to her son, Robert Jr., about his marriage. And the son brings in her coffee and Mary's like, no, sit it down. No, you're a mess. Thank you. And Robert Jr.'s like, Robert Jr. is always so shy. He's like, is it good? Is it good? Well, I didn't get it hot. I'm not going to microwave. So what's up? And Robert Jr. goes, nothing. Like, he's just like, nah, he's awkward. He's like a 7-year-old. Mary and her son call their dog over, and their dog, guess what their dog's name is? Cray Cray. So literally, two people in the house you call Cray Cray. You call Mary Cray Cray, that's her surname, and then the dog's name is Cray Cray. Like, honestly, the dog's like, why the fuck are you naming me Cray Cray? Like, literally, this lady does most of her scenes with the mannequins in her closet. Anyways, the dog just sits, like just stands and stares at him like, oh, God, another day of this? This is insane. And Mary goes, why am I hearing these rumors that you're married? And Robert Jr. goes, ha, I'm hearing it from people. I want to hear it from you. Is it true? And Robert Jr. goes, I don't know. And Mary goes, you don't know? You don't know if it's true or not? Yes or no? No? Yes? Maybe? Sort of? And then she goes, Lord, please let it be no. What is it, son? I love that at that moment she communicates with the Lord. So like I always picture when anybody does this, the Lord has to stop whatever he's doing and been like, oh my God, Mary's bugging me about this. The son is married. Mary, get over it. You deal with this. I've got things up here. Robert Jr. is like, I don't know. Mary goes, you don't know? Come on. Robert Jr. goes, I mean, kind of. Yeah. Like I went to the courthouse. So Robert Jr. obviously understanding the, what it takes to be married. He's like, I don't know, maybe. I went to the courthouse. So you are married. And Mary goes, Lord have mercy. And where was I when this was happening? You snuck and did it? He's like, you were in your closet talking to mannequin heads? Robert Jr. goes, yeah, low key. It's been almost like a year. What? Like, I felt like this, we should have cut to commercial. I felt like the cameraman should have dropped his camera. I felt like I was like, wait, what? This kid's been married for a year and they live at Mary's house? A year? Mary has not known about this for a year? And then Mary in a confessional goes, they both live in my house, but I don't see them much. We kind of have our own wings. And one day, like they were getting dressed and he was rushing to do something and he was dressed up nice and she was dressed up nice, but they were running, like full blown running, like with all their might. But I didn't know they were going to get married. I like it. Like, she was in a veil. She was in a veil. He was in a tux. Had no clue. There was a wedding cake. I don't know. I love sweets. So Mary in the scene goes, you're my only son. I don't have nobody else. I just have you. I'm going to cry. And Robert Jr. goes, I'm still here. And then Mary kind of starts crying. She's like, I'm sorry, my baby. And Robert Jr. goes, Mom, it's okay. And they hug. And Mary goes, thank you. Don't ever be afraid to tell me anything. Yeah. the mean streets of Salt Lake City. You got Jack Barlow doing a secret mission Lisa Barlow has no clue about. You got Mary not realizing his son's married. They literally are in wedded bliss in Mary Cosby's house for a year. Mary does not know. Like, think about how easy it is to ask somebody. Like, and also, this show is so bizarre. Whitney's husband doesn't wear his wedding ring. Robert Jr. doesn't wear his either. He's not wearing a wedding ring in this scene. He's like, Mom, can I borrow money for a wedding ring? We've been waiting a year to ask. Mary in a confessional goes, he's not ready for marriage. He has no idea that he has to man up. Like, he's going to be the sole provider. I mean, I'm not going to be providing for him and her. Well, you have. Also, I would love it. He's like, we also have a 3-year-old. He lives in the wing with us too. He's like, oh, yeah, I've been noticing a kid around here. That's yours? Interesting. Anyways, Robert goes, she's like, oh, do you think you made the right decision? He's like, yeah. And then Robert Jr. just goes, I don't know. And Mary goes, you sure were. Guys, I wish I could lead you through this and make some sort of sense of it, but I can't. This makes no sense to me. In fact, this is like, we live in a simulation. There's no way this is true. This is a figment of my imagination. This is literally not happening. This whole episode. And now we go to Heather's house and she's FaceTiming with her daughter, Ashley. And Heather's like, you look so pretty. I just got finished wee-weeing in a car. How was spring break? How was Cabo? And Ashley's like, oh my gosh, it was so good. Time of my life. And Heather's like, you sure you don't want to come back to Utah and be a Mormon? You could put a sweater on. You could leave and go on a mission. And Ashley's laughing. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom. And Heather goes, I haven't even told you this yet, but Jack Barlow's going on a mission. And she's like, really? Yeah. Well, it's kind of crazy, Ashley says. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, but I did not see that in my cards. I like how the kids are always so much more emotionally adjusted. Not Robert Jr., but Ashley was like, yeah, if that's what he wants to do, do it. And Heather's like, I know. I don't think she saw it in the cards. Lisa, though. She said it was a total surprise. And Ashley goes, well, maybe because all of his friends are doing it? I don't know. Like, Ashley's like, I don't know, Mom. And Heather's like, yeah, I think it's probably all his friends. She said they've been going to church every Sunday. And Ashley's like, well, that's what's so hard about the Mormon culture. It's like no one gets it's like a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice. Like it takes over your life. Heather in a confessional goes, I see all of Ashley's friends and they're all either on missions or married. And she's, in a string bikini in Santa Barbara. And I just think, thank heavens. There is middle ground right there that I don't feel like we're exploring. Heather goes, because I was thinking and seeing the world in a much different way when I was her age. I've read my journal and it's humiliatingly embarrassing. Just like, I love God so much, I want to dedicate my whole life to God and to serving his people, and I love service, and I'm going to be the best human being I can be, and I'm going to marry the best, most righteous man and have the best, most righteous children, and just 100% repeating the adages that I've been drilled with my whole life, And in many ways, I feel like Ashley is like the version of me if I hadn't been raised in the church. And Ashley goes, I think what makes it not fake, but like it's clearly like for an ulterior motive. You know what I mean? And Heather goes, there's clearly like a cultural element. It's not just out of devotion of God. It's out of devotion to community, out of like keeping up with the status quo, and just the culture overwhelms all of us. Because I've never thought of Jack Barlow as like a particularly devout person. I'm not going to say a negative word to him, but how do I support and be a good friend when he's doing is like, I'm politically, socially, economically, emotionally, and morally against it. I feel sick inside. A mission is like boot camp for Mormonism, like entering an army, and Lisa should probably prepare him for that. The one person she didn't want to talk about the mission with was me. Now, this is where I feel like Heather, it's like mind your business. Honestly, like mind your business. You now are talking, this is the thing. We always have that rule in Housewives, don't talk about the kids, but we always have this rule, nobody follows the rule. And now Heather, it's even, this creeps me out a little bit because she's talking about like, I've never thought of Jack Barlow as a particularly righteous person. I've never had a conversation with, why would you be having conversations with him about this? He's 17 years old, Heather. Like, why would you even be, like, I've never thought of him as a particularly righteous person. Like, what? Also, I think it's like people have their own journeys. Now, I have issues with every religion, including Mormonism. Like, Heather's thoughts about the Mormon religion now They make a lot of sense. I've listened to her book, Bad Mormon, which she reveals a lot of the secrets. But even that, like, I read back my journal now, and it's like, well, listen, like I said, I read back my journal. I said I wanted to be Corey Haim or Corey Feldman. Yeah, I'm embarrassed about that, but it happened. Like, don't shit on it now. You were trying to serve God. You took pride in that. You can't shit on that and then shit on other people as well. Everybody has their journey. You might not believe in it, but it is not your place. It is just truly not your place. And I understand what she's talking about, but like the fact that you're even going to try to make this a storyline for yourself at all makes me queasy in the worst ways. I don't know if you guys agree with me on this, but I think Ashley has the right kind of like, it's that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. It's like, take care of yourself. And also, this is new for Heather, this coming out against the Mormon religion. But don't expect everybody to hop on your wave. You can't expect that. Don't everybody expect to, like, and I feel like at the end of the day, also, she just wants to sell more books. It does come off disingenuous because at the end with Lisa, she's like, why haven't you read my book? It's like, dude, I don't think Lisa's reading any book, if that makes you feel better. I don't know. There was something about this that just felt so icky to me. Just because you had this experience doesn't mean that's everybody's experience. Not saying that you're not in the right about aspects of this religion, but it's not your business. And when you're then trying to be a housewife on top of it, it's not like her full-time job is speaking out against this religion. It's just a storyline. It's just a book that you've made money off of. So Ashley's like, well, literally all you're doing in your book on these tours is speaking on your experience. Because Heather's like, why doesn't Lisa want to talk to me about this? I totally understand why Lisa, and also Lisa doesn't like Heather. Lisa hasn't liked Heather. That's been a storyline since the first season. It's been accepted. Why would Lisa ever come to Heather? And especially if you did write a book called Bad Mormon and your son was going to this, I would never talk to Heather. They don't like each other. I mean, I think Heather would be willing to like Lisa. Lisa barely accepts Heather. We come back and we're now in another scene in Mary's house. We see Robert Jr. hiding in the background with his wife and his child. She's pouring a glass of ice water. A fly is buzzing around her, which is probably some sort of heavenly vestige. We hear the doorbell ring and it's Meredith. Meredith, one of the only people that truly speaks Mary's language and thinks of Mary as an equal. She's like, you're so smart, Mary. You're amazing. I get everything you say. I don't understand why people think you're nuts because I think you're very level-headed. I think you're amazing. Mary goes, oh, I had a kind of long day, so that's why I'm still, yeah. And she's wearing PJs, and she doesn't have much makeup on. I love a housewife that doesn't do glam. And Mary goes, anyway. Mary's like, what's going on, Mary? And she's like, well, I just had a little conversation with Robert about his marital status. Wait, a junior? I presume you mean? No, Meredith, senior. Yeah. Which, by the way, that actually does make sense. There's a potential Robert Sr. has multiple wives. JK, maybe, kind of. I'm Greek. And Mary's like, oh, I presume Junior, yeah. And Mary's like, well, yeah, of course. Like, if Senior's married, that's a problem. And Mary goes, well, I'm here for you. I want to hear what's going on. Meredith is nodding off. And Mary's like, well, everyone knows he's married, and I don't. Oh, my gosh, Mary. And Mary's like, I should know that, you know? Well, that's a little crazy. I mean, that is a lot. And Mary's like, well, let's change the subject. Let's make it a light note. There's plates right here. Just get started, huh? Fix a plate. And Meredith goes, this is awesome, Mary. It looks amazing. And there's truly a beautiful charcuterie board. I just kept looking. I was like, oh my God. Cy De Silva from Roni would literally unhinge that huge mouth of hers and just shovel this all in it. She would love this. And Meredith goes, Cheryl, anyone you've been kind of keeping, Mary, you've been kind of keeping to yourself a little bit for a minute, huh? And Mary's like, well, yeah, it just gets monotonous. Trying to give people chances, and you think you're going to go back into a crowd of people that's going to grow, and then they still haven't grown. And Meredith goes, I mean, with everything that, happened at Lisa's après ski party this last week, I hear you, Mary. It does feel monotonous. And Mary goes, yeah. And they're just walking in the same shoes. Like, you don't think you need taller boots? Mary, I love this because it's a classic Housewives trope of being oblivious to the fact that you haven't changed at all. I love that Mary, the owner, is like, I thought I was going to come back and everybody's going to change, be better. Like, you still haven't answered for any of the shit you've done, Mary. Like literally, you said so many problematic things. There are so many things in your life that are completely problematic. And I love that you're sitting here going, well, nobody's changed. I'm amazing. I don't know why everybody sucks. And Meredith is just encouraged, like, you're so right, Mary. You're so right. It's just, you're very pious. And I love that about you. Meredith goes, you got to rise above, and Mary goes, it's just class. You just have to have a little class about yourself, and I don't see it. Meredith goes, well, I could have clapped right back at Angie K, and I have plenty I could have said, and I chose not to. Meredith referring to information that she has, and Mary goes, oh, Lord. And Mary goes, well, I'm being accused of spreading rumors about that gay man, Sean. Spreading rumors about Sean being gay. But do you understand how insane that is? And Meredith in a confessional, by the way, Meredith looks gorgeous in this scene, truly stunning. Meredith goes, well, I'm not the one spreading these rumors. The irony here is my son is gay, and so is my husband. The irony here is I'm Seth Marks. How dare you say that? I even inferred that about me, Ryan. I'm 100% USDA grade man. I'm a minister of the muff, Ryan. Yeah, I'm in Canton, Ohio. I'm a positive guy. I love my wife. I love the ladies. Yeah. The irony is, Mary, my son is gay. I'm a huge supporter of the gay community. I'm on the host for the Committee for the GLAAD Awards, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance. I would never comment on someone's sexuality. I don't do that. And now she's trying to blame me for these rumors about her family that I heard, but I was spreading them? You can leave. Mary is trying to open a wine bottle while Meredith is talking. And Mary's like, can you help me out, Meredith? Meredith takes over opening the wine. None of them can open this bottle of wine. And Mary's like, but did you get the invite? And Meredith goes, what are you talking about, Mary? Well, I'm talking about the bunny. There was a bunny. And Meredith goes, oh my gosh, Mary, what bunny? Well, a rabbit with big ears. Meredith goes, like a costume? Yeah. Okay, so what's the invite for? I love it. This is just a normal conversation. There was a bunny. There was a bunny? Yeah, big ears, a bunny. And Mary goes, well, the invite was for Angie. It's Greek Easter. Did you know she's Greek? I think she's having a brunch. You didn't get the invitation? No, Mary. I'm not going to be in town, though. I'm going to LA for the GLAAD Awards, which I'm really, really excited about. And Mary goes, good, that's great. Yeah, I'm in the host committee, and it's going to be really fun. Well, that's cool, Meredith. Well, I don't think I'm going if you're not going. I just don't want to go. I don't want to be around them. I just don't see enough that they put their self to be a better person than I saw when I was around them a year ago. I need to see you do have a soul. I love it. Calling these are all soulless. These are just fully soulless women, according to Mary Cosby. You come back looking for growth, you got to have substance. You got to have something. Show you really have something. Some hope, a feeling, a people. Also, Mary doesn't do any scenes with these ladies. So I love that she's judging this on these like minute moments. Like Mary's at a McDonald's drive-thru and she's like, now this has soul. Not like those ladies. Meredith goes, right. And by the way, if you're upset about something, there's a way to talk about something to somebody like a grown-up does and say, I'm upset because of A, B, C. And Mary's like, right. Not you're a whore. And Mary goes, and you come to a resolution with that person. Like, people have arguments, people have disagreements. You tell them how you feel, and then you come to a solution. Like, my son married a year ago. He just told me. Like, come to an ending and end it. You got to end it. And Meredith goes, and move on. I completely agree, Mary Cosby. And Mary's like, right, I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted for these people. I'm just exhausted. And Mary goes, it is exhausting. I agree. I agree with you. I'm on the GLAAD committee. And Mary's like, no, I'm not going to this Easter bunny hunt. And Meredith goes, ha 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 ha. Meredith, like, just like the way she speaks, and then her laugh is like this throat, like, ha 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 ha. Mary goes, I need to see a change. Next scene, we are at Angie's K house for the Easter party. Laura Beth Harp, you just put Easter party. You got to put Greek Easter party. It's a Greek Easter party. Don't confuse people like this. She has the food, the flowers, the decor. It's all being set out. Angie has a huge stack of dollar bills because obviously there will be a Greek Magic Mike dance later, I'm guessing. The daughter sees the dollar bills, and Angie K goes, the bank was wondering why we needed so many ones today. They had heard rumors about my husband on the mean streets of Salt Lake. And Electra, her daughter, goes, that's a lot of money, Mom. That is a lot of money. We're going to teach the ladies how to do zebekiko, and let them have the opportunity to dance around the drink. And Electra's like, oh no, Mom. Angie goes, and we're going to throw some ones at them. Oh no. Yes, Electra. Oh yes. So give everybody like $10 or $20 in ones. There's a lot of money here. Thank God Jen Shaw is in jail. You know she would have come and be like, where's the ones? Where did the ones go? Angie K's cell phone starts ringing. It's Mary Cosby. And Angie K goes, hello. And Mary goes, this is Mary. This is Mary. This is Mary Cosby. Angie K goes, oh, hi, Mary. How are you? I'm good. Good to hear from you. I was calling to let you know I won't be able to make it. Oh, you're kidding. No, I know. I have to go to my home in Vegas because we had a flood about a year ago and everything just got done. Dude, everything in Mary Cosby's life happened a year ago. Her son got married, her house flooded, and she's now just dealing with all of these things in this last week. Man, I don't know where I've been this last year. It's been wild. Anyways, home flooded in Vegas. Gotta go. Year ago. And Angie K goes, well, I am so sad. And I'll be honest, I was really looking forward to you coming. And Mary goes, don't take it personal. And Angie K goes, I don't. I kind of feel bad. I do. And that's real. So I just wanted to call you. And Angie K goes, well, nice to know that you've got feelings after all. That was kind of a sweet burn. And they laugh. Mary goes, ha, 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 ha. Okay, goodbye. And Angie K goes like, okay, good luck with your house. Okay. Mary goes, cool. Guys, I'm telling you, it's just so bizarre. It's just, I don't believe this is really, truly, like, what is going on in the world? That was an insane scene to me. I'm so appreciative that we get this season of Housewives. I can't even, like, Mary Cosby's calling Angie K to tell her about a flood in Vegas. Like, truly, truly incredible. So the guests start arriving, including Angie K's priest, Father George. I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in Father George's. Anything you have. Rest in peace, George Michael. We love you. Her dad, Louis, is there. We find out that her dad was an immigrant from Crete, which I found out is from Greece. He came to America to build a life for his family here. He became a widow at age 44, you guys, and he was left with 7 children to raise on his own. And we see a photo of Angie K's family back then with all the kids. The way you can tell it's Angie K's family is the whole family is wearing the Terminator glasses that do the whole, like the windshield wiper glass. No, I'm joking. Angie K goes, being an immigrant, my father gave us the gift of loving Greek culture, the Greek community, the Greek traditions. He never let us forget where we came from. Say it with me, Greece. Other guests started arriving, Lisa and John Barlow and their kids. I love this Lisa Barlow's kids. I love them. Heather comes and brings Angie 9 lemons in a bowl. Shout out to Shannon Bedore, 9 lemons in a bowl, which is a feng shui thing, but I think Heather brought it as a kind of a tip of the hat to Shannon Bedore because we know Heather loves Housewives. Also, I was just thinking about like Shannon Bedore for so many reasons, as I do every day. She's been doing like, you know, she's locked comments on her Instagram, but she's back. She's like, I want to be able to talk about what has happened to me, and I will. There are certain things I cannot say right now, but I wanted to let you know that I am just walking with my dog Archie. And Archie's like, ah. Do you remember Shannon Bedore's business venture with the salmon cream cheese? The frozen food cream. Yeah, okay, we remember. Anyways, Heather asks Sean where he gets his clothes, and he goes, my gay boyfriend. So Sean playing along with the fun rumors that have been said about him. Heather, Angie K, and Sean all laugh. Whitney and Justin and their kids arrive, and he's like, hello, what's going on? Monica and her mom and her kids arrive last. Angie K says Monica's mom and Angie K's dad look good together, and they ask if he's single. He is. And the mom's like, oh, yeah. So it's a huge party. So it's like many people, not just the cast. Angie taps on the glass to toast. And Angie K's like, everybody grab a cocktail, find your seats. I just wanted to start off by welcoming everyone to our Greek Easter lunch. We're also honored to have Father George. He's about the closest we will get to God today since Mary Cosby is not joining us. And it means a lot for me to share my faith with you all. But last thing I'm going to say, I'm always inspired by the story of Christ's resurrection. It's a story of hope. Because Christ was mocked and ridiculed and crucified, and people made memes of his big glasses. And he's managed to rise up 3 days later. And I think if Christ can rise above it, then we too shall rise again. Heather in a confessional says, I feel like Angie's kind of making herself Jesus in this whole story, which I guess would make Meredith Brutus. And then she's like, Brutus, Judas. Where am I, Judas? I was thinking Caesar. Look, I've lost my religion. Father, forgive me. Bad Mormon on bookshelves now. We are at the party and Father George is saying the blessing over the food, a Greek blessing. The guests are making the food looks insanely good, didn't it? I was like, oh my God, really looked like a great spread. Like once again, Psy, this is the cast you need to be on or just not any cast at all. The women all sit down together and they cheers and they start eating. And Whitney's like, Angie K, your speech was beautiful. It made me cry. And Angie K is like, thank you. It was quite a week for my family. Speaking of, where is Meredith? Heather's like, she wasn't invited. We flash to Meredith, Seth, and Brooks living their lives, getting it at the GLAAD Awards red carpet and dinner. Seth is in the room going, let's get loud, everybody. Let's get loud. It's me, Seth Marks, on the ones and twos at the GLAAD Awards. You can tell Brooks is embarrassed. We flash back. We come back to the Greek Easter, and Lisa's like, Ange, how are you doing? And she's like, I'm so good. Everyone's having fun. I'm happy. And Lisa's like after our conversation the other day? And Angie K goes, yeah, I'm just sort of taking it all in. It's hard when someone comes in and they're nice, like Monica, like nothing we'll see today. I'm going to talk to her today. Oh, good. So the party's still going on. The kids are hiding Greek Easter eggs. I'm assuming they're Greek Easter eggs. And Father George says goodbye. And Lisa and Heather go to get dessert. And Heather's like, I want to talk to you, Lisa, because I talked to Whitney and she said this when you guys were talking that you were really triggered by Angie coming to my house. And Lisa's like, oh, completely. Like, just fully like, yes. And Heather goes, so what's going on? No, I was super triggered listening to Angie because no one was there for me. And Heather goes, well, I didn't know that this was a little black rain cloud hanging over your head. I think we've been getting along great. We've been laughing and having fun. Maybe not. No. He's like, no, we had fun. We're fine right now, but listen, we're fine because we're always surface. So it's like staying surface. And Heather goes, but I feel like we have a much deeper relationship than like the whole thing with Jack's mission. I would love if you could talk to me about it in a way that's constructive. And Lisa's like, I don't even want to talk about it, Heather. I don't feel comfortable talking about it with you. Why? Well, just because you had such a different experience and I need to be in a space with Jack where I'm supporting what he's doing right now. I love Lisa just going, no, I would rather talk to Mary Cosby. Angie K then asks Monica if she can talk for 5 minutes. So much conversation at this Greek Easter. And Angie K goes, you know, Monica, I just wanted to chat with you. I am happy that you're here with your family. And Monica's like, thank you. And Angie's like, there's something that's been bothering me. I was hurt because you have put out the rumors that you thought Meredith was speaking about. And Monica's like, but I said those rumors to you. Because I had your back and I was there for you 100%. I told you about it right away. I don't like this shit that was being said because I don't believe it. And Angie K goes, well, you don't believe it, then why would you say it? And Monica's like, because we're on a reality show, Angie K. No, Monica goes, because Whitney asked. And I said, is this what Meredith was talking about? Meredith was the one. And Angie K goes, how do you know what Meredith's talking about? And Monica goes, I didn't hear it from Meredith. I heard it from the Salt Lake City streets. These Salt Lake City streets. My God, is anybody in Salt Lake City right now? Just go out on the streets. Do you hear whispers? Is it like, oh, there's a rumor going around about Angie K's husband. Like, is it just like a whisper, like it whisper in the winds potentially? And Angie K goes, Salt Lake City streets. And Monica's like, I'm telling you, that's the rumor out there, Angie. And Angie K goes, but you're repeating it. And Monica goes, to you. Monica in a confessional goes, I first heard the rumor, honestly, years ago. She heard this rumor about Angie K's husband years ago. This is like a magnum opus. This has been going on for centuries. Years ago? She goes, way before I even met Meredith. This is something that has been circulating all over for years. And when she says that, I go, oh, Jen Shah's been saying it. Jen Shah's probably been saying it nonstop because that's the connection, right? Angie K goes, you're saying something that you don't have any facts to back. We're at a Greek Easter thing right now. We're now back to Heather and Lisa. And Lisa's like, why do you even care about Jack's mission? And Heather's like, because if you're sending your kid out into the wilderness for 2 years, you should know the good and bad of it. And Lisa's like, your experience growing up in the church was totally different than my experience. My path has been so good because I converted to this faith. I just wanted to focus on supporting Jack. And Heather goes, I support that 100%. Of course. I'm talking about you and me. Like, why don't you want to read my book? Why don't you want to know my experience? See, it gets confused. Like, it starts like, why don't you want to talk about the mission? And it's like, why didn't you read my book? It's about me and you, not Jack. Like, Heather, what's the target here? Lisa's like, oh, is this about your book now? And Heather goes, yeah, because I feel like I wrote the book. And that's why it's like, Now we go over to Sean, John Barlow, and Angie K's dad sitting together. The dudes are always just chilling, man. And John Barlow's like, it's such a dichotomy. Is that the right word? You have like the relaxation over here and then the total polar opposite over there. And we're back to Heather, and Heather's like, you can't tell me that you have a different level of Mormonism. Our Mormonism is the same. It's black and white. No, it's not the same, Heather. It's a yes or no question. It's not the same. It's not nuanced at all, Lisa. Heather in a confessional goes, I don't know what gaslighting really is, but I feel like this is it. That's the second book. I don't know what gaslighting is by Heather Gay. Like telling me like the religion that I've been a part of since birth, that it's actually different and the way I've been doing it is wrong. Lisa goes, I don't think it's like check the box to go to church. Like I would wear this to church. And Heather goes, oh, please, you would not, because the outfit she's wearing right now. Heather in a confessional goes, you know, to be fair, I would gladly join her church. It seems great. All the perks and none of the payment. Maybe if that's what Jack says on his mission, he'll have a lot of success. We're serving Vita tequila in strapless dresses. Come on in. This is where I thought that was just a shitty, unnecessary comment on Heather Gay's part. Like, you know, sorry, like I love, and that's, by the way, the Mormon religion is fascinating because they have 3 levels of heaven. And that's always confused me even when I was, you know, I had a lot of Mormon friends in high school. It was like, wait a sec, I can't get to the highest level of heaven. It's like bottle service at a nightclub. Like, since I'm not Mormon, like I'm already at the lowest level of heaven. Like I'll be there, but there's a class system in heaven. That part always cracked me up. But Heather here, seeing that she is so indoctrinated still, she's like, I was a better one than you. What are you talking about? You get it, you know, it's like, it's just like, it's like a dick comparing contest. Lisa's like, I don't even think you know where you are right now, Heather. I'm being totally honest. And Heather goes, I'm not disagreeing with you. Heather's like, I don't know who I am. Lisa's like, I think there's days when you're like, I want that back. It's in your core. It's in your DNA. Heather goes, yeah, that's why the book's not ex-Mormon. It's bad Mormon. It's my heritage. It's like my culture. It's everything I've lived. It's like Angie K being Greek. I don't want you to think I would ever undermine or hurt your son or not support you as a mother. But it's coming off a lot like that, Heather. And Lisa's like, I don't think you would do that. And Heather goes, I was the last one to know. And like, you don't want to talk about it to me? You wrote a book about being a bad Mormon. I'm focused on my kid being a good Mormon. Tin roof rusted. But the bottom line is, I'm done with this. We're friends. I want to build a better friendship with you. And this is off the table. Like, this conversation is off the table. And I was like, you got it? Okay. But it feels like I don't want to be judged for the way I do things. Like, I don't care how you do it. And I was like, well, I am judging you. That's what Mormons do best. So we end this scene, and it's one of those another bizarre things of like, what? Wait, what? Like, Lisa's like, I want to build a better friendship with you, but I don't want to talk to you about this at all. It's like classic Salt Lake City. We are, once again, I'm just going to say everything. We are so blessed, folks. We are so blessed. Okay, I'm going to have to finish this up after the Betches event because I got to get changed. So we'll see you in a sec, guys. Bye. Oh my God, folks, I am such a professional. I am back after a full night with Betches to finish this Salt Lake City recap that is taking forever. My goodness, this is like the Godfather trilogy. My podcasts are genuinely like the Godfather trilogy in that there's great moments, but they just keep going. My God. You guys, I know we're in the middle of this recap, so you're like, we're really just we're in the magic of the storytelling. But I just had 7 hours where I left you and then went to this Betches event where I met all of these PR people. I'm telling you, it's so crazy to be with this group of people that really, I mean, it's wild. It's wild to be with a company that actually it's trying to like get you to the next level. It is so cool. I don't know, man. Like I've just not experienced anything like this, and I keep waiting for the carpet to be ripped out under because I'm just like, this can't be real. Like I got to meet people from Spotify, Focus Features, Variety, Complex. I mean, they had all this. Michelle, the PR person at Betches, like she arranged all of this really cool shit. They had like at the office, they had like a bartender, all this like free food, but I was too nervous to eat. You guys would be proud. I did not sweat nearly as much as I usually do. I think it's just because it's a cooler climate right now in New York. Gibson Johns, who was on the show recently, he was there, and we got to talk about BravoCon with me and Dylan in a couple weeks, which we're very excited about. It was just wild. And then after that, we went to this stand-up show. Betches does this Betches Night Out every month. And it was just so great. I saw all these female comics that just killed it. I think I was like one of the only 3 men there. But you know what's? I'm just so fucking old. Like it is so wild, and it just so wild. Kiki was there, Kiki Monique. She has a new podcast coming out on Betches next week, which I'm very excited for. I love Kiki so much. I'll be on Reality Check with her tomorrow with Countess Luann. I think I can finally say that now. So that'll be exciting. Ronnie Karam, I'll be doing Watch What Crappens with him in the morning at 9 a.m. But this is what a professional is. I didn't go out and stay drinking. I went to the stand-up show. I'm beat tired, but a lot of people kept going. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go watch Southern Charm, finish this, go to bed, wake up, laugh with Ronnie, and then go through the day, and then end it with Reality Checked over at Sirius XM in New York. So I'm blessed, but I am exhausted because I'm old as fuck. Southern Charm, how sad was that tonight if you guys watched it? Ronnie said, hey, we're not going to do a Southern Charm recap like we were planning because Olivia's brother passed away in this episode, and it really was a very sad episode on a couple different levels. But man, I was like tearing up. Whoo, man, how are you guys doing? Hey, we're 3 hours into this. Let's keep going. Let's get where did we leave off, folks? This is where it'd be great to have a co-host. Where did we leave off? Well, I'll tell you where we left off, Ryan. We left off with Heather and Lisa Barlow. So now we're back with Angie K and Monica, who is having that conversation on the other side of Heather and Lisa Barlow. Man, I am just so good at. I'm just really on top of it. Angie K goes, I wish you had just pulled my Greek ass aside without going around to other people in the room, Monica. And Monica goes like, I literally did. And Angie K goes, I've heard things about you, but I would never repeat it. And Monica goes like, come with it. Come with it. Monica with that young energy, that come with it energy. And Angie's like, no, I would never do that. And Monica's like, what do you got? Foreclosure? Check. Repo? Check. Divorce? Check. Affair? Check. What else do you want? I think Monica could have gone more specific. Affair with my brother-in-law? Check. Angie K's like, I'm not. I would never. I'm Greek. And Monica goes, I own it all. I stand in it. And Angie K's like, I don't care. And Monica's like, I'll stand in it all day, every day, Angie, and I'm not going to blame you for it. No way. And Angie K's like, but you know what I won't do? If I don't believe something or if I don't know, and Monica's like, you tell me. Guess what? If you tell me something, I'm not going to be like, how dare you tell me? And Angie K goes, you're getting elevated. You're getting elevated. We're not going to get anywhere. Is elevated a new word for getting pressed? Like elevated? You're getting elevated. You are getting Greek elevated. And Monica goes, I will be like, what did you hear? The difference between you and me is I don't fucking hide it. And Angie K goes, hide what? A rumor? And Monica goes, everyone here is talking shit behind your back. I'm the only one saying it to your face, and you hate me for what? You hate me for that? When you should be hating all the other people. And we see clips of people in the room turning to stare at Angie K and Monica arguing. On Greek Easter, Monica's mom Oh, this girl, Monica's mom, especially looks upset that they're fighting because, like we said, Monica's mom's gunning for that snowflake. So Monica's mom gets up and walks over to them, and Angie K's like, "I don't hate you, Monica. I don't know where I stand with you. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, mom, we're working through it." And Linda, the mom, goes, "You're both beautiful, powerful women." By the way, do you guys get upset when other women come up and like, "You're all women. It's, women need to band together." It's like, no, women can be mad at each other. That's, to say that is just like, no, women can be mad at each other. Treat them as equals. Angie K goes, "We know. Thank you." And Linda goes, "Bury the hatchet." Angie K goes, "That's what we're trying to do." And then Linda goes, "Portuguese and Greek are so similar. We're very passionate people, very passionate. But today's not the day for that." So finally, Linda's trying to create a unity between the Portuguese and the Greek. Angie K goes, "Yeah, we're not fighting. I'm just trying to have a conversation that I would love to wrap up with Monica." And Monica goes, "I bet you would love to wrap it up and bring it up the next time I see you." And Angie K's like, "No, it's not coming up. I'm Greek." And Monica goes, "'Cause you keep coming for me, Angie." And then Linda in Portuguese is like, blah, 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 blah. She's like, "Honey, your daughters are here." Like Portuguese, like code to Angie, code to Monica. Angie K goes, "Girl, I only speak Greek." Do you think the Greek tourism board is like, "Oh my God, Angie K, you are killing it for us. We're getting a slew of new visitors over here in Greece." Linda says, "I said in Portuguese, her daughters are here." And Monica goes, "I didn't start this shit. You want to blame me?" And Angie's like, "Monica, no." And Monica's like, "I love that people come for me. And then they get mad when I fight back." And Angie K goes, "Nobody's coming for you. There's no blame. There's just me trying to understand on Greek Easter." And Monica's like, "Mom, no." And then Linda in Portuguese goes, "It's God's day." And Monica goes, "Mom, I'm about to pop off." And Angie K goes, "Okay, let's just leave it because it's getting heated and we have kids here." And Linda goes, "Do you want to go with me to the bathroom? Come with me to the bathroom." And then Angie K goes, "I don't see us getting anywhere. I'm going to move on since it's not a day to have this conversation. Obviously, Greek Easter." And then Monica goes, "It's not." Angie K walks away and Monica goes, "Don't fucking pull this shit with me when you don't have my back, Mom." And Linda goes, "You are at someone's home." And what Linda means by that is you are at a fancier home than you live in. And then Monica's like, "Okay." And then Angie is talking to Sean, which, by the way, let's bring up Sean's newsboy cap. Sean is in the DiCaprio special. Sean, Angie K's husband, is wearing that page boy cap. It's like, "I'm in Newsies, but I'm also DiCaprio on an off day." And Angie's talking to Sean and overhears Monica and Linda and says, "I wouldn't talk to my Greek dad like that." And then Linda to Monica goes, "Take a breath." Monica stands up and walks away. And Monica's like, "I'm not going to do this with you, Mom, because it's going to get ugly between you and I." And Linda goes like, "Go take a breath, go take a poop, go to the bathroom." Linda gets up to follow her, and Monica's like, "No, Mom, don't." And Linda goes, "Come in the bathroom with me." And Angie K goes, "It's okay, it's all good. Monica, I wish we could just talk calmly." And Monica says, "Angie, we're not going to talk calmly as long as you're blaming me for shit other people are saying." And Angie K goes, "I didn't blame you." This is what I'm talking about, Salt Lake. We are on a different fucking planet right now. This is insanity. Monica goes, "And then I tell you what they're saying and you get mad that I'm telling you what they're saying?" And I got to tell you, I kind of agree with Monica, even though it's weird that we're in this situation to begin with, because you never should out, like, that's a stupid rumor to out anybody. It's gross. Angie K goes, "But you told someone else before you told me. That's all." Linda, in the Portuguese language again, goes, "Stop it. Go to the bathroom with me." And Monica's like, "Don't do this to me, Mom. Literally, I'm not going to go to the bathroom with you. No." And Linda's like, "Stop." And Monica's like, "Get out of my face, Mom." And Linda's like, "I'm dead serious. This is a family gathering. Greek." And Monica's like, "I'm sitting here." And Monica's like getting like a child. You can see the inner child coming out. Like, "I am sitting here. She started it, Mom." And Linda's like, "I don't care. You finish it by keeping quiet." And Monica's like, "I'm not saying anything." And Angie K goes, "Monica, I was trying to be kind to you. I wanted to tell you how I felt." And Monica goes, "You are not trying to be kind." And Linda goes, "Stop it." And Monica's like, "Tell her to stop it. Are you serious?" And people at the party, it's like record scratch, doo-doo-doo-doo, and they're looking at them now. And Lisa says, "It's not nice to talk to your mom like that." Because Lisa hates Monica. Lisa hates Monica, man. Sean goes, "Hey guys, I'm in a newsboy cap. we don't do this in our house. Yeah, no, not a lot of people do. Like, is there a house you go to? It's like, we strictly fight in this house. So if you guys are speaking calmly to each other, I'd prefer if you didn't. And Angie K goes, you can't raise your voice in my Greek household. Linda and Monica get up from the table, and Linda's like, come with me to the bathroom. It is getting weird now with all the bathroom. Like, Mom, stop telling me to go to the bathroom. Monica goes, I'm not talking to you, Mom. And Monica storms off. And Linda then turns to Angie K and her husband and goes, I'm so sorry. And Angie K goes, don't apologize. And Sean's like, don't apologize. I'm in a newsboy cap. And then Angie K goes, you're very sweet and it's okay. And Linda goes, I'm so sorry. Linda, stop kissing their ass. You owe it to your daughter to stick by your daughter's side. Don't do this. Because Linda looks all fucking tickled that they like her. They're like, you're so sweet. She's like, am I? Can I be on the cast? And we see that Monica has gone over to sit by herself on the couch. And when he's like, where is Monica? And Linda's like, I don't know. But when he's like, I'll talk to her. And Linda's like, no. Let her decompress. Can we have some fun? I'm ready for fun. Linda, this isn't your fucking birthday party. You don't even need to be ready. Nobody's asking you to have fun. Angie K goes, you are fun, Linda. And you could tell that just lights Linda up from the inside. Monica in a confessional goes, I am so confused as to what my mom is doing right now. I don't really know why she feels the need to apologize for me to complete strangers that she doesn't know and has never met before. I feel completely betrayed. Then Linda walks over to sit with the husbands. Now Linda's on fire. She's like, hey, any of you guys played college ball? I'm Linda. And we find out that John Barlow did play. He's like, Linda, I have played college ball, by the way. The ladies minus Monica and Angie K start dancing the traditional Greek dance and start throwing the dollar bills. And Linda awkwardly walks over and sits by Monica. It's like, Monica, they're throwing money. Do we need any of that? And Linda's like, I want to go dance. And Monica's like, go dance, Mom. And Linda's like, no, I'm not going to leave you here by yourself. Are you okay? You're my daughter. You're my concern. And Monica's like, I genuinely don't believe you believe that. You literally just want to go dance. And Linda's like, yes, I did. That doesn't mean you're not important to me. That doesn't mean you're not my concern. And Monica goes, you're right. Your behavior is what shows me I'm not important to you. Your behavior and your words and how you act and how you apologize to other people is what shows me I am not your concern. And Linda's like, you were shouting at a family gathering. On top of it, it's a Greek family gathering. And Monica goes, does it fucking matter? I'm very grateful for moments like this because it reminds me of exactly what I don't ever and will never do to my kids. I'm not going to let them feel alone. I am not going to let them sit here and be massacred. And then Linda starts laughing like, oh, Portuguese. And Monica's like, is this funny to you? And Linda goes, it is funny to me. And Monica's like, that's hilarious. You really are a heartless person and you can stay with your friends and party and fucking oppa and dance. And Linda goes, I'm heartless. And Monica goes, you can find your own ride home. Dead ass. Find your own fucking ride home. And Linda goes, listen. And Monica's like, no. And then the party's still going while Monica and Linda are arguing. People are dancing. The kids are picking up the dollar bills from the floor. Wow. And kids are like taking shots of water. And Monica walks over, grabs her kids and goes, let's go. We're leaving. Angie K goes, Monica, do you want to talk to me before you go? And Monica's like, no, I'm good. I'm done. And Angie K goes, I'm Greek. And Monica's like, let's go. And then Monica in a confessional goes, I feel like I'm always left feeling like little Monica, like childhood Monica. And I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for little Monica. Monica and her girls tell everyone goodbye. One of her daughters is asking about the Easter egg hunt. They don't want to leave yet because they're like probably seeing like money being thrown around. Monica really did leave her mom behind. And Monica in a confessional goes, it sucks that all I want is a different relationship with my mom. And I know that's just never going to happen. And I wish it so bad. Like I wish my mom, I hate feeling like I wish I had a different mom, but I wish like I had a different mom. And then Lisa goes, I feel really bad for her mom. And Angie K's like, I know. I feel so bad. And Lisa's like it's pure chaos right now. And Angie K goes, I feel terrible. And then Monica in a confessional goes, all I can do is hope that I can be the kind of mom I wanted for my kids. Yeah. And then Monica drives away in her car. And then we see the mid-season trailer for the rest of the season. And Monica, we see storms off crying. And Lisa follows her and is like, why would she do this to you? Monica. And then Meredith says, if you're accused of something over and over, you may as well do it. And then we see the ladies having fun, being silly. Drama begins. And then Whitney goes, Heather exploited my sexuality in her book. And then Lisa and Monica get into it. And then Heather goes, I got some information that is pretty devastating. And Mary's like, don't trust no one to Monica. And then Heather versus Meredith. And she tells Meredith whatever Meredith did is a complete betrayal. And then Lisa is yelling like, Angie, what's going on? And then Meredith says, karma just comes back. And then at the very end, we see Meredith with an IV drip. Doot, doot, doot. Like she's like classic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is extra information. And this is from a Bravo Real Housewives Reddit thread. Angie K and Lisa Barlow claim that Monica threw a shoe at the Easter brunch. Do you believe it? And then this is a tweet from Angie K. By the way, I did a little research on the Reddit. Turns out Angie is Greek. Angie says, production did you a favor, Monica. We don't need to see stills to know you did this in front of your kids. Don't forget you almost hit my 2-year-old niece in the head with your shoe when you threw it, and STFU, which, I mean, shut the fuck up, with your lies about Sean. Hashtag Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And then this other person goes, Lisa, can you confirm that a shoe was thrown at the Easter brunch? And Lisa Barlow goes, it was thrown, and Henry was very uncomfortable. Henry, of course, the younger son of the Fresh Wolf Collection empire. So supposedly Monica threw a shoe, but then if you go even deeper than that, Monica goes off on Twitter like an old school Bravo blog moment where Monica lets us know that she fell down Angie's stairs, you guys. And she shows pictures on Twitter of her bruising everywhere. And she went off. And I got to tell you, a lot of people were like, but I was like, I really, truly love, I don't know. I love Monica. So Monica goes off and she's like, say what you want about me, whore, rat, disrespectful, homewrecker, spoiled, broke, an assistant, whatever you want to say. I let everybody run with it, but I made sure my girls were not there for that situation. That did not happen in front of my kids. Go through the stills. She's now talking to Angie K. So supposedly she fell down Angie K's stairs. She had to go to the doctors, like immediately to the emergency room. She comes back, and that's when she films that scene with her mom. So we didn't know any of that, and it's so shocking to me because you're like, wait, why wouldn't Bravo put, like, this is iconic. If she did fall downstairs at Angie K's place, why don't you put this shit in there? So then Monica's like showing pictures, no kids anyways. And she's like, Angie, you are a liar. Be just like you lied about meeting me once. You and I both know the kids were in your basement, you sick piece of shit. Go get your house up to code, and I'm sending you my ER bill after falling down your basement stairs because you didn't have a railing. Almost hit your niece. You are the biggest freaking asshole. You know damn well what happened. I left your house with bumps, bloody, and bruised. I should sue your ass for not having your home to code, you fuck. Let's talk about head injuries since I got one at your home on your stairs and had to leave to get a freaking CAT scan. You are sick. And let's talk about how everyone called me after finding out I fell down your stairs and went to the ER except you and Lisa. Meredith even tried to send my family meals, Angie. Shut the fuck up. After falling down Angie's stairs at Greek Easter because you had no railing, everyone saying I left my mom. Yes, I did, and went straight to the hospital, and she knew I fell down the stairs. My convo with her on the couch was after the fall. I'll attach my x-rays, scans, and hospital bill for you too, Angie. You are disgusting. Holy shit, folks. Monica going off on Twitter like a housewife from 2005. Amazing. Right against Angie. Angie doesn't know how to deal with somebody that is like that kind of anger, that kind of unbridled anger I'm here for. But then Monica's mom jumped into the fray, and get this. This is where I'm like, this is not your place, Monica's mom. I don't like this. Monica's a housewife. You are not. Monica's mom goes, which, by the way, she's LD Millionaire on Twitter. Amazing. She goes, Monica begged me to do this reality show with her. Begged. I didn't want to do it. She told me all I had to do was cook and speak Portuguese. How did she return the favor? She did me dirty. Meanwhile, I would never compete with my only child unless it's sports. What does that even mean? I'm too smart to try to go up against Monica. She'd chew me up and spit me out. Lastly, I never abandoned her. I always put her needs above my own, even in her adulthood. I am not a perfect human, but I am a devoted mother and vovo, which I'm guessing is Portuguese for something. God bless us, everyone. Hashtag Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Dude, rest in peace, Becky Bailey. But if she ever hashtag Real Housewives, if she ever hashtag So Bad It's Good, I'd be like, oh, dude, we're done. But isn't that crazy?